Okay, we're outside of our home and we want to find out what type of slab we are dealing with so we can treat properly. A monolithic slab is all one pour and we just need to attack around the outside and maybe some inside work where the plumbing penetrates through. Supported or floating slab is usually made with cinder blocks, hollow block. Are they filled? Are they hollow? Do we need to drill and put the chemical inside there? We need to look for abutting slabs, anything of that nature, where we're going to have to put our termiticide chemical to stop the termites. So, with this house, you can see it's got some siding and it goes pretty close right to the grade. So we've only got a couple of inches to work with. But in that couple of inches are all the clues you're going to need to figure out what type of slab you're dealing with. Let's go check it out. Okay, this is right on the other side of the wall where we had live termites, a lot of damage to the baseboard, and you can see the cement and dirt here, and then the siding. What I'm looking for is any subterranean termite tunnels that breach the soil and come on up and in. And there are none to be found as I look around. On the other side of the house there definitely were, and I'll show you those in a minute. But the other thing I'm looking for is cinder blocks and hollow blocks, bricks in general, always have that little seam whenever they put them together and mortar them. So I'm looking for little seams about every 8 to 12 inches, however the blocks are usually about 12 or so inches apart, and you can see the mortared seams, and I don't see any of that. But in this state the guys that build these homes are quite good at hiding those seams with stucco, so we can't rely on that alone. One quick way to figure out if you're dealing with a monolithic slab or not is to simply take your screwdriver or a long pole and prod the ground looking for a footer. Monolithic slabs traditionally don't have one. There might be a little excess stucco at the bottom, but there is no foundation per se. The slab itself is its own foundation. So when we run our long screwdriver down to the ground, feel a little resistance there. Let me check another spot. Look at that. I'm going all the way down and in. Okay, that tells me that more than likely we are dealing with a monolithic slab. And got a little, there we go, all the way down, and that's even closer. So I'm sure of it now. Had that been a supported slab or a floating slab, there'd be about that much of a rim all the way around at the bottom. It's the bottom block that the hollow block sits on. And that would tell me I've got some cinder blocks, need to drill some holes, see if they're filled or not, and go for treating there. The other thing I got to wonder is how in the world are these termites coming up if this indeed is a monolithic slab. Since I don't see any tunnels and I lifted the carpet inside, there were no cracks, how are they getting up to that baseboard to do so much damage? The answer is right on the corner of the house. Brick veneer. This is just an add-on to decorate the home and it looks great. But right in the corner here where the veneer meets the foundation wall, that'll just be studs behind it. But all the way down, right in the corner here, is going to be a gap. Even if it's just a 1/64 of an inch or slightly bigger, the termites just love it and they can get right in on up underneath of it and in, and that's how our termites got in and crossed the barrier and are eating on the termite on the wood in there. I'm on the other side of the house where definitely we had the live termites again. Now the shadows are playing tricks on this camera, so hopefully you can see it. Here we don't have any stucco. You can just see that that's just plain cement. Wasn't laid over with any kind of stucco or anything. As I dug around, and we'll try and get this in focus here, you can see the subterranean termite tunnels. Now here there is no brick veneer, and so what they did is went right up the side of the monolithic slab, and you can see the old termite tunnel here. And I broke it open now. Termites are blind in sunlight, and it took me a few minutes to get my camera going and whatnot. But you can see the old tunnels, but the termites have since disappeared. That's just part of their defense. There's another tunnel. And you can see the old wore out tracks where they were just going up day after day, eating and eating until we came along and discovered them. So we can do our little trick over here. We know we've got a monolithic slab, screwdriver right on in. So to treat this home, I simply have to measure it up, give it the monolithic price. I know I don't need to do any drilling into any cinder block. I've got some attached slab and some wood to ground, which is a bummer on the back porch. But other than that, we hopefully will get this job and stop these termites. Hey, this has been Jerry Shepard with PestCemetery.com. Thanks so much for enjoying my blog. See ya.